Is he'll be back in a second. But yeah, man, we got a big UFC card. We got some picks going here. What's up, Mills? Welcome back.
Yo, 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 what's good, man? We back, man. Miami, Mr. 305. UFC's back after 20 years. I mean, we're back after a 2-week layoff, man. It's around 11:30, I think, my time right now. And Cali, what you got going? What's your timestamp?
Yeah, brother. I'm 12:30 over here in Denver. Doing good. Pumped for this card. We did have fights. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? Did we have fights, or didn't you go to that card in San Antonio?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
last UFC event was like 2 weeks ago. It was out there in
Okay, that's
San
what it was.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Went to that one. But then last week we had Bellator. I was at that event covering that for the press people and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
last week we had Bellator PFL. 2 weeks before that we did have that UFC card in San Antonio though. But yeah,
Mhm.
man. I've been itching for some good fights, man. So I mean, this card, shit, you got a lot of them on there. Not too many fights fell off the card too. So it's definitely
Yeah.
gonna be some good ones on there, man.
No, I agree. I was kind of disappointed with that Chiesa fight getting canceled, as well as that Chris Barnett fight. But overall, it's still a banger card. But if those two were on there, those were two fights I was looking forward to personally. But still gonna be a good time.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, no, I would say the Chiesa fight, I did have a play on him in that one. So I
Hmm.
was mad that fight got canceled. And then it was supposed to be a short notice replacement with Buckley to take over. And he didn't make weight or make that fight happen either. But yeah, besides that, the Chris Barnett fight, I'm good with that fight being off the card because it gave me another heavier parlay piece that I like. Who's he fighting? Chase Sherman. I'm all
Hmm.
on Carl Williams. So, by that
Okay,
fight being canceled, they just gave me a heavy parlay piece.
fair enough. You don't think Chase got it? You're going Carl?
Nah, man, that dude reminds me of like those people, like a real estate agent, but not a good one. One that goes up to your door, like, you know what I mean, and then tells you like, hey, I was thinking about buying your property, and it's like, nah, man.
Are you
He
talking about
reminds me
Chase
of a
Sherman?
door-to-door. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
He
feel
reminds
you.
me of a door-to-door real estate agent.
No, yeah, I kind of feel that too. He does look like one of those fuckers. But are you trying to get into this though? Get some picks out here. That's what the people are here for.
Man, I mean that's what they here for,
That's what they're here for.
We usually go on right after the morning show, but it's always better than never.
Exactly, exactly. But let's get into it, man. Let's start it off with the main card, the first fight. We got Rosas Jr. versus C Rod Christian Rodriguez. We got the youngin coming back into the octagon. He's looked great so far in his career. What you feeling on this one?
Yeah, man, I was able to see Raul, how the fuck he says his name, Rojas
Yeah,
Jr. I
yeah.
was able to see his debut live in Las Vegas. He definitely embodied the crowd, came out with the hat on and everything, had the crowd going crazy. I was a believer since then. I'm a believer now. He opened up a minus 220, came all the way up to a minus 230, dropped all the way down to a minus 210. Uh, Christian Rodriguez, his opponent, missed weight by 2 pounds, hopped back on the scale, wasn't able to get it off. So, he's going to be coming into this fight giving up 30% of his perch. And also, on the scale is not looking good. I'll be honest, man. I like Rojas Jr.'s right here. I got a parlay with them with one leg. So I'm all over Rojas Jr. But if you guys want to ask me a way to bet this fight, I would bet the over 1.5 in this one, So I
Mhm.
actually think this one might go a little bit longer than the people expect. But yeah, I like Rajos Jr. to win inside the distance. You can get that at a plus 105.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I like Rojos Jr. as well, but I mean, C Rod is definitely he's a live dog. He's a good prospect as well. I think Rojas is able to get the job done, but laying that minus 250 juice, I'm not a too big of a fan of it. I mean, getting him on a parlay, I don't think is a bad play. But what I'm looking at here is I like either fighter to win by submission at plus 125. Rojas has a bunch of submission wins on his resume, and C Rod has some submission wins as well. So I see this fight hitting the ground at multiple points of this matchup, just knowing how Rojas fights, and from there I can see someone getting choked out. So yeah, I'm leaning either fighter wins by submission, and then Rojas Jr. maybe a parlay piece there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we're aiming on that. I actually like that fight to end by submission because I've seen a few sharp bettors. I was saying, Rodriguez is live for a sub, and you already
Mhm.
know that's what Rojas does. So yeah, I mean, the safe bet, that would probably be like the safest bet out there instead of even playing Rojas to win by decision, because that's taking into the way to win for both fighters. So I actually like that bet. It's just you betting that, or it's just something that you're looking at?
It's something I'm looking at, just give it to the people. I don't know if I'm gonna bet it. When the fight before the fight starts, some usually I'll just throw a bet in, just have some action on, and if I do, that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, I like it. It's not bad. I feel it. All
Got it,
right,
man.
trying to roll on to this next one here.
Yeah, man. Who we
This is a
got? We
good
got
one.
Santiago Ponzinibbio, 30 wins, 6 losses, taking on Kevin the Trailblaze Holland, Big Mouth, 23 wins, 9 losses. Kevin Holland, is back at welterweight. He's one of those fighters that could fight in 2 different weight classes, but he's a true welterweight. I think he shines at welterweight. Let's give him the betting odds. He opened up a -270, came down to a -240. That's where he's at right now. The comeback on Ponzinibbio is a +193. Ponzinibbio's coming off of shit. Last time he was out there, I seen him fight too. It was against Moreno. On that
Mm-hmm.
one, I think he came back and won and knocked him out in like the
Yep.
third round. But I think he was losing that whole fight. That was the fight that
Mm-hmm.
I chose to walk around the arena. And good
Oh,
thing I
really?
did, because yeah, it was a boring fight up until that
Mm-hmm.
knockout was what I heard. So
Yeah,
yeah, man,
I think Miranda was dominating him, and then he just got caught.
got it. See,
Yeah.
so that was the last time seeing Ponzinibbio. I'm gonna just let it out, man. I usually always bet Kevin Holland. I'm a Kevin Holland backer. I took a shot on Ponzinibbio +225 as soon as this line came out. It's one of those things to where, man, I seen Kevin Holland just go into fights just to fight. He ain't going in there with the game plan. He ain't going there with a specific way to win, with the outcome. Ponzinibbio, he's trying to get back into that top 10. He's trying to get further in his career. Kevin Holland, he already knows he's collecting big checks and big names. He's not kind of trying to be in the top 5 or anything like that. Ponzinibbio, whole different impression on it. Kevin Holland reached out to him about on Wednesday. He said, "Hey man, let's just worry about the weight cuts and let's start eating steaks and just come in and fight it, whatever." Ponzinibbio didn't even read his DM. He's like, "Nah, bro, I ain't here for none of that." He's like, if he's talking to me while we in the cage, don't matter. I'm gonna just be punching him in his face, punch him in his face. So I'm taking a small play on Ponzinibbio +225.
Damn, yeah. I mean, when I made this pick, I was like, Mills is gonna 100% pick Kevin Holland. That's his boy. I already know. But no, dude, I'm on the same thing, and I'm for the same reasons, man. Like after Holland lost to Cosmot, he was saying he's gonna retire. Then he took that Wonder Boy fight, and if he would have took Wonder Boy down, he could have won that fight. And he got pieced up the whole fight, and it just shows that he's not trying. Like he's trying to win, of course, but he's trying to entertain the fans, which I respect. But if I'm gonna put money on a guy, I want a guy who's in there to fucking win the fight, not to impress fans.
Like
Um,
what you just said it clear as point. He
yeah,
was up. He was up 2 rounds in the round 3, and I think he broke his hand or whatever. But all he had to do is just shoot for takedowns, and you're gonna win the fight. But just
yeah,
because you made a rule with them, oh no, we're not gonna shoot for takedowns and stuff like that, like
mhm.
that. Yeah, man. I'm like I said, I'm done, bro. I'm like I still bet on him as time to time, but nah, man, hell no.
That's
After
a red
that, I'm
flag. Yeah,
that was big as hell. Think about
yeah,
it. You're coming off of a fight with Kazmat. This is a perfect revenge spot to get. Hey man, you ain't gonna be talking about my loss. You're gonna be talking about my win.
hmm
And yeah, bro, just drop the ball.
yeah. And yeah, like I said, man, I mean, I respect Kevin Holland. I love him. I think he's a cool guy and he's entertaining. But if I'm gonna put my hard-earned money on someone, I can't put it on a guy like that, especially laying -245. I think it is. That's pretty crazy. But at the same time, Ponzinibbio, he hasn't looked great. I feel like his career is kind of. This is a huge fight for him. He didn't look good in that Moreno fight, so I think it's underdog or nothing in this fight. I think you got to take Ponzinibbio. Laying that -245 juice with Holland is just crazy. So it looks like we're on the same page there.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, let's roll to the next one. This is one I'm excited for. Rob Font versus Adrian Yanis. Interesting fight here. Who you feel on this?
Man, so Rob Font coming in, 19 wins, 6 losses, taking on Adrian Yanez, 16 wins, 3 losses, undefeated in the UFC. I think he has 5 wins in the UFC, finished 4 of the opponents. If I'm not correct, it's 4-3. Same thing. All right, man. Rob Font, last time out here, shit, I think he was winning that fight versus Chito Vera. Then he just kept getting dropped after dropped after drop. One of those things to where, the chin just goes. He had a baby, though, within this little layoff. So, he couldn't come back and be motivated, right? But Adrian Giannis is that guy, man. I just think he has what it has to finish opponents. The only thing
Mhm.
is this: I've been hearing Rob Font saying in interviews that he's going to use his wrestling and look to take down Adrian Giannis. He plans on submitting him. So
Mhm.
I'm being honest, man. I always bet Adrian Giannis. I bet him way more than I bet Kevin Holland. I never had a reason not to. And this is probably one of the lower prices that he's at. So I took a shot with Adrian Giannis minus 170. He got all the way up to a minus 180. Now he's down to a minus 160. This is not a bet that I think the number is right. This is not a bet that I think he can win 8 out of 10 times. This is just me betting the guy that I've been betting with, and I still see a path to victory for him. So yeah, man, I'm on Adrian Giannis right here. But I will say, man, this is going to be a boxing clinic. Adrian Giannis has some of the best boxing in the division. Rob Font has the best boxing jab in the UFC, period. Yeah, period. So it's definitely going to be one of those things. If it stays on the feet, I can see Rob Font outstriking him with value because Adrian Giannis is kind of a counter puncher. He'll pull to get you to strike and then counter and strike more. So I can see Font easily winning with value each round by round. But if Adrian Giannis catches him, that can be all we really need right there. So yeah. And this is the fight tour. I tell everybody, man. I think this dog I think this dog is live, and I'll just be honest, man. I think this line is wrong. I think it should really be like a pick 'em. And if
Mhm.
that, I think it should be a minus 125, maybe Giannis, maybe 130 at the max. At the max, man. I
Mhm.
think Rob Font's getting disrespected here a little bit. And yeah, it's going to be a big test for Adrian Giannis right here. But yeah, man, I got Adrian Giannis money line. I think he's going to finish him. I say he finishes him in round three with the uppercut and then a left hook.
There we go. Okay, and you were saying that Rob Font says he's going to try to submit Giannis. Is that what you said?
Sir. Yes, sir. He
Does he
said
have
in the
grappling like
interview.
that?
He can mix up
He grapple?
takedowns. Yeah, he level changes in fights. It's just that he doesn't do it a lot. But yeah,
Yeah.
he does. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I feel the same way. I thought these odds were a little lopsided, which is probably gonna this is why he's gonna be a stay away from me. But I'm liking Giannis as well. I think he's passed the eye test. The thing is, he hasn't really fought anyone though. I mean, if you look at his resume, and Rob has fought some dogs, so this is a huge test, and this is one of those fights where I'm not gonna bet it. I'm gonna watch how Giannis looks in this fight, and then maybe bet on the next fights just to see how he faces this type of competition. Personally, and I mean, Rob Font, that Marlon Verify was brutal. He got pieced up pretty badly late in that fight, and it should be interesting to see how he returns from that. But yeah, I'm gonna take Giannis. He's on a 9 fight winning streak. Like I said, it's been easy competition, but I'm leaning Giannis here.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I see you out here, man, because I got another phone up, man. Hey, Eric Estes, yes, you're right. Giannis is a black belt. I definitely see that as well. And then he's saying Giannis via decision, 29-28. Maybe Giannis gets a job magnet. See that. He also likes plus money on Holland as well. See that as well in the chat. So yeah, man. I will say this though, man. I think this is potential fight of the night, and I
Mhm.
think this fight right here is really gonna tell a lot. It's either gonna be okay, Rob Font's a gatekeeper, or Adrian Giannis is that guy, and
Yep.
Sugar Sean O'Malley should be next.
You think so?
Yeah, they've been chirping back and forth now
They
for
do be
over a
churning,
year.
yeah.
The only thing is, Giannis, his name ain't up there. So for Sugar to even acknowledge him is kind of like, bro, why am I gonna put you on this pedestal? I'm fighting for a belt, and that's it. So,
Yeah.
but if Giannis goes out here and starches Rob Font, it's gonna give the people something to talk about, definitely. So
Yeah.
I can't say, that's definitely a matchup on the potential.
Yeah, or even like Giannis, Corey Sandhagen, any of those, Sugar, Corey Sandhagen, like the bantamweight division is just on fire. It's probably my favorite division personally, um, especially with these two guys fighting today. I mean, I feel like the last couple weeks we had some really good bantamweight fights. So, so yeah, man, definitely pumped for this one. Let's move on though. We got the co-main event. Fun fight here: Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. Who you seen in this one?
Man, let's talk about the betting lines, man, because Gilbert Burns opened up a minus 500 favorite. Come
And
back on
I know you don't
three.
like Gilbert Burns. You're always hating on Gilbert Burns.
Yeah,
He's
I'm not
good
I'm
though,
not the
bro. He's
biggest
good.
Gilbert Burns fan. I ain't the biggest one.
Yeah.
He's alright. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's alright. Come back on Jorge Masvidal is like plus 340 right now. All right, so let's just Let's talk about some real quick. You got the records out. You got 35-16 Jorge Masvidal. You got 21-5 Gilbert Burns. All right. Now look, listen, man. This line is off, man. Minus 300 Gilbert Burns. I could agree to that. I did some digger deep in the Twitter spaces that I was on earlier this morning, and they proved it to me. I don't think that Jorge Masvidal has ever been this big of an underdog versus anybody, and he hasn't. This is the biggest underdog he's been versus anybody in his career. So, with that being said, I mean, Gilbert Burns, he can finish him two different ways, or else he could even win a decision. So, I think he's definitely live to win in all angles. The only thing is this, sometimes, Gilbert Burns could go out there and look like Gilbert Burns, like just when you hear that name, like exactly, bro, Gilbert Burns, like Gilbert Burns, and then Gilbert, it's Gilbert Burns,
Bro,
bro. All
don't
right,
give me
cool.
birds like
That's
that,
my
man.
little. All
Birds is
right,
good, bro.
he is, but
You just don't.
yes,
What
he
is it
is.
about him? What is it about him?
Uh to
He just
me,
doesn't
it's
impress you.
no, he does. He it's just one of those things. When he came out and he was submitting people, that's what he was great at. Once he starts striking and knocking people out, I liked him a little bit more. I will say that. But it's just the finished product. I think he's one of those guys that just forgets how to fight. You're supposed to be out there to submit people, finish them real quick. Submit, finish them real quick. That's how you made your name. Then you start knocking people out. I compare him to Derek Brunson. Same thing. Derek Brunson was out there wrestling his whole life. Start knocking people out. Start fighting with the hands. So, but in this one, let's just keep it real. Gilbert Burns, I do believe, is gonna win this fight. I like round three to start minus 125. That's my
Hmm.
best play on this fight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I think Jorge Masvidal is one of the most overrated fighters ever in the UFC. I know a lot of people like him. He's a character and things like that. But if you just look at his resume, it's like, all right, he beat Ben Askren, he beat Darren Till and Nate Diaz. That was like his stretch of wins where he kind of just popped off. I mean, what are those three guys doing, and how are they doing right now? And then his last win was in 2019. I don't know, man. I'm off the Jorge Masvidal train. I think he's a journeyman from here and out. So I'm gonna take Gilbert Burns. I think Gilbert Burns is still a guy in this division who could get to that title shot again at some point. And yeah, I think he subs them. So I'm going to take Gilbert Burns inside the distance at plus 110. I feel like Masvidal versus Wonder Boy. I feel like that would have been a better matchup. I just think this is an awful matchup for Masvidal. I don't think the UFC did him any favors in this one.
That would have been a rematch too. So yeah, that
Yeah,
would have been a good one.
yeah, and he lost to Stephen Thompson. I think it was a
Yep.
pretty close fight,
Yep.
so I think that would have been a great rematch there. But yeah, Gilbert Burns. It's just a tough matchup for him. So give me Gilbert inside the distance at plus 110. Are you a
See,
Jorge
man.
guy? Do you fuck with Jorge?
Hell no, not at all,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at all. So
He's
I just
overrated,
didn't
right?
get on my yeah, I just didn't want to get on my rant on him because yeah, I'm even worse on when it comes to
Oh,
Jorge,
for real?
bro. Like, yeah, because I just remember when he was bad in the UFC. Like
Yeah,
I'm talking about bad, like to
losing
where
like
it's like okay, like two losses back to back and stuff. Like when he didn't even have a Jorge Masvidal name or even a Street Jesus name, or he didn't even have long hair, bro. Like that's what I'm
yeah.
saying, man. I go way back with Masvidal.
Hmm.
But nah, man, I will say this too, man. I mean, he's live though. He's definitely
He's
live
live.
in here.
He's
He's
quick. He's got
live,
quick
but
hands.
that's about it. I would say, man. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and give him the main event.
Yes, sir. Oh damn, my little logo here is a little small. But we got Israel Adesanya versus Alex
That's what she
Pereira.
said.
Good fight right here. This is the fourth fight these guys are that's happening. So I don't know, man. Do you think Israel gets his belt back here?
Yo, man, I'm gonna just tell you guys like this, man. This fight right here, you're gonna see a different Izzy Alessandra, man. You have a fighter who is just used to just winning fights, going at it a certain way. And once you're winning, you don't want to mess up anything of that. You just want to keep on winning. He was holding the belt already. Now he don't got the belt, and he knows I can't just go out here and fight. I got to go out here and look to finish. And that's the thing that gets a lot of these MMA fighters complacent in their career. They first go out there to fight to finish, then they get wins and records and scared to lose, so they just fight not to lose, right? And I think that's what Izzy's been doing a little bit, defending these belts, looking a little bit bored out there. this is a different game plan, man. He's going out there to finish him, and he knows how close he was in 2 different fights to finishing him. So I like Izzy Adesanya to go ahead and get the job done in this one. Yeah, he should be able to get the job done in this one, if you ask me.
Gotcha. You think if he does win, they just do a third fight? I
No,
I,
no,
I
no,
want to see
not
some
not
other shit. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, not right after this because I'll be honest, Pereira just got this title shot just because he was the only guy that beat Izzy. He has
Mhm.
3 fights in the fucking UFC, and they're not against anybody who really should give him a title shot except for beating Sean Strickland. It's just the division. The division's so trash right now. The
Mhm.
only people that you got upcoming is Shavkat. Nope, no, I'm sorry, that's 170. The only people you got upcoming is Bo Nickel and my boy Driscus Duplessis. Those are the only 2 people that's upcoming with a big name in that 185 division.
I
So
guess you could
what?
comp or Chimaev is because he's gonna move to
True.
185, right?
No, he's in 185 too. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. So yeah, those 3 names are the ones right there.
Yeah, you got like Robert Whitaker too, but he's not coming up. We kind of know. I don't know that Izzy Robert Whitaker fight. It was kind of sly work for Izzy, so I really wouldn't want to see that again. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, I don't love this pick, but I'm gonna go with Pereira, man. I mean, he's beat him 3 times. That confidence you have when you beat someone 3 times, it has to be high. I think about it. So I've been playing chess lately, Mills. I've been getting into chess, and
Okay.
yeah, when you
Okay.
beat someone, when you're on a winning streak against someone, you play them again right after. Like you just know their shit, bro. You're gonna win again, bro. That's how I feel.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna take Pereira here. I mean, and you're getting plus odds for the champ. He knows Izzy. I mean, Izzy was whooping his ass that first fight until the end there. But I look at it like this is kind of like the Leon Edwards versus Usman fight. I mean, Usman was winning that whole fight. Leon slept him, and then that second fight, since Leon had that confidence, he looked much better. So and the thing is, if I think if Israel's going to want to win this fight, I think he may need to grapple a little. I don't want to see that happen in this fight because that's just not Izzy's style. But if this fight is standing for 5 rounds, I think Pereira with that left hook, bro, he's going to catch him at some point. So I'm going to take Pereira here. Like I said, not my favorite pick, not super confident with it, but that's where I'm leading.
Got it, man. I mean, we was pretty much in agreement on a lot of the fights on this card, man. We just don't
Yeah,
get it like that, so should be
exactly.
a
We got to
great night.
disagree on something.
All right.
But so
So
you want
what's
to
up,
do a
man? What you
dog?
got for him for your Yeah, go ahead. Give me your best dog on the card.
Shit, let's see. I honestly didn't prepare for this, my people. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna pull something out here. Let's
I
go.
got you.
Let's go.
My,
Yeah, what do you got?
I'm gonna give him Pons. I'm gonna
So
go
I
ahead
was
and
gonna
give him
give him pawns.
Ponzinibbio.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Ponzinibbio on this spot right here. That'd be my best dog on the card. I got him at a plus 225. You can still get a plus 195 out there. Shop around for the best line.
Okay. I'll take a shot with GM3. I'll go Gerald Mershart.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
Let's give it a try. You like that or not?
Nah, I hate you, bro. I'm all on body bags. Joe Pfeiffer wins inside the distance. I hate
Nah,
you.
champ. Nah, champ. Don't sleep on my
Yeah,
boy.
bro.
Well, we'll see.
We getting body bags.
All
But
right.
okay.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it though. I actually say that's a nice little pick though for a dog, man. That's a nice little pick, man.
Yeah.
What's your best pick on the card?
Best pick on the card. I'm going to go with. Let's see. Um, you go first. You go first. Like I said, I didn't prepare. My bad, people.
Got it. It's all good, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my girl, Luana Panero. She's a minus 150 out there. She's taking on Michelle Waterson Gomez. I'm just all over this fighter. Made her debut on a contender series. Took a year off. Now I think she's gonna be able to get the job done. So yeah, I say Luana Panero is my best play on the card, best fighter to watch.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go under 2.5. Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal. I think that fight ends in a finish. Um, I'm not gonna lie. On this card, I was telling those before the show. There wasn't a lot of plays that I'm just absolutely love. I do have a premium pick on this card, so there's one play that I love, but other than that, it was kind of tough for me to strategize around this card, honestly. So, but yeah, let's go with that under 2.5. Burns Masvidal.
Got it, man. Time for that parlay time, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
got
Start
a
us off here.
I got a 2 fighter parlay. I call it my prospect parlay. Really high on this girl, Jacqueline Amaron. First fighter on the card, making her debut from LFA. Take her, parlay her with my boy Ignacio Bahamadis. one of the daily strikers from Chile. That's a -130 parlay. So yeah, I'm taking Ignacio Bahamas and Jacqueline Amaran, two-fighter parlay,
Hmm.
bulletproof.
Okay, I like it. All right, I'm definitely gonna add Carl Williams because Chase Sherman looks like that realtor. We can't mess with that. So we're going Carl Williams. Let's throw Rojas Jr. in there. Let's throw Rojas Jr. in there, and then let's see. Let's go Gilbert Burns. The odds aren't gonna be crazy on that, but no, that'll do you well. That'll probably be a little over plus money.
Hold on, give it. I'll put it in for you right now. Name them again for me.
Uh,
Who you got?
Carl Williams.
Mm-hmm.
We got Carl Williams. Who did I? Oh, Gilbert
Rojas.
Burns and Rojas. Yeah.
All right, cool. Three-fighter parlay from Brad right there, and that is plus 119. hundred
Okay.
dollars gets you back 119. So yeah, I like
I'll
it.
I'll lock that
Yeah,
one in right now.
I like it, man. I lock it in too because that's kind of the way I'm leaning to. I'll be honest. I got a few plays, man. So what you got going on the site? Heard you got one premium up there for the card on UFC. You got anything else sports related up there to bet on?
Yeah, man, I got a three pack today, multi sport three pack. I got my best NBA play, my best MLB play, and then my favorite UFC play. So it's a fun day. We got a fun day of sports today. And yeah, all on the side, you can get all those picks for $50 credit back guarantee if it doesn't produce profit. So check that out. What do you got?
Man, so I got about four bets up there on UFC today. Gonna be putting them in all in a three-pack for you as well. Then I got one play on the baseball diamond tonight. So yeah, definitely you might want to get that 3-day pass. Get paid today, pay for itself in its own. But if not, if you just want to get the single plays, I got them up there for 19. Or else, like I said, I am going to be putting all the UFC picks in a three-pack for you guys, so you can get three picks for 35, credit guaranteed. If we don't win, hey, I don't want your money, man.
Yep, I feel that. All right, my man. Anything else? You got an NBA play? Eric Estes asking any NBA plays. Do you got a free NBA play
Not
to give my
today,
guy?
man.
Okay.
Not
NBA
today,
is
bro.
weird
I
right
looked
now.
at
It's at the
this.
end of the season.
I,
So
yeah, I looked at this card and I was like, y'all ain't getting me again. Y'all got me last night, man. Y'all got me last night. Y'all ain't getting me again, man. Not
yeah.
today, man.
Yeah, now the NBA is hella tricky right now with it just winding down. Some teams are just tanking. It's weird to bet on it right now.
Hey, before we go though, shout out to all the 65 viewers in there, man. I see y'all here. Daniel Raquim, Eric Estes in there. Who else we got? We got Jamar in there, Major. We got Gus L up in there. Appreciate all y'all, man. We're just trying to build this MMA thing over here at Pick Dog. So if y'all can after this, leave your comments on the page after and let us know your plays and your picks too. So we'll shout you guys out if they win, and if they don't, it's all okay because we'll be here right back next week doing it all over again.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Good luck tonight.